Welcome, everyone. Hey, Charlie, how are you?
I'm good, James. Welcome, everyone. Please drop your GMs in the chat. It's great to have you all here joining us live for today's Power Hour number 12, which is focusing on a new way to trade on chain. Very excited for today's session. Are you feeling bullish, James?
I'm feeling very bullish, especially after Nansen recently introduced trading. There's a lot of bullish things ahead.
Nice. I love it. I'm in Dubai this week, actually, and was in Abu Dhabi last week for Solana Breakpoint and announced our trading launch there, actually, which I was very excited to do. It was a great conference. I think it's one of the best conferences I've been to this year. While the market seems to be down, sentiment seems to be high. So heading into the year end, I'm definitely feeling bullish about crypto, about trading, and about Solana. So, yeah, great to have everyone here today. We host these sessions monthly. The purpose of these sessions is we deep dive into Nansen. We look at product updates. We find alpha together, and we have a very exciting update to share with all of you today, which is our new trading product, which is live in the Nansen at app.nansen.ai, where you can trade via our terminal, and you can also trade via our mobile app agentically. So very exciting. So a little bit of background on me before I pass it over to you, James. I lead growth and partnerships over here at Nansen. I've been with Nansen for over 3 years now. Been in crypto since about 2016. Mostly working with funds and investors to help them win on chain. James and I both work closely with our user base, helping them to grow their portfolios, surfacing the signal, and now also executing on trades. But over to you, James. Another DGen in the house.
Yes, absolutely. So myself, I got into crypto at the highs of 2021 and pretty much lost everything. And at that point, I decided, I can either walk away now or learn. And I decided to learn and eventually ended up at Nansen. Most of you may have known me before as a community manager. I'm now a customer lead. So basically, to sum it up, if you're not happy, if our customers aren't happy, I want to know why, and I want to understand why, and make sure that everyone inside Nansen knows why. So that's a little bit about me, and I'll pass back to you, Charlie.
Nice. Thank you, James. I'm just going to bring up my screen share quickly before we crack into the agenda for today. We are actually hosting a giveaway today. You have a little QR code that you can scan on your screen there, and you can go into the draw to win one of 3 monthly pro subscriptions. So all you have to do is fill in your Telegram on the Luma link, which you can find by scanning the QR code that you'll see there. In addition to this, though, we are also hosting another giveaway. My screen share should come up in just a moment. But the crux of this giveaway is it's a seasonal holiday draw for the Christmas break, the New Year break, whatever holiday that you celebrate. We are giving away a total of 25 free 1-year subscriptions to Nansen Pro, which saves you $588. All you have to do is to subscribe to a pro plan, either monthly or annual, and deposit any amount into your embedded Nansen wallet. Now maybe asking, embedded Nansen wallet, what's this all about? And that's what we will be speaking about today. The Nansen wallet, which is powered by Privy, allows you to now trade on Nansen in our terminal and also agentically via our mobile app. You do need a Pro subscription to be able to trade with Nansen at the moment. This will eventually go live to free users as well. But you can jump on board with a monthly subscription and you can potentially go in the draw to win one of 25 subscriptions worth $588. So very exciting times, exciting things. We are now looking at the Nansen app. If you haven't seen this before, it's okay. We'll give you a quick introduction on Nansen, what we do, how we help investors to grow their portfolios, and also to help them manage their portfolios during downtimes as well. A lot of people think that Nansen's great in just in the bull market. I actually think it's really, really important when the markets go down as well. It's very critical to know when to sell so your portfolio doesn't take too much of a hit. The real focus again is going to be around trading on Nansen today in the terminal, which is what we are looking at here, which you can access at app.nansen.ai. We'll be giving a quick demo as well of the Agentic trading solution, which is powered by our Nansen AI mobile app. We'll share a little bit more about how this all works on the back end, how we embed wallets into Nansen, why we use Privy, one of the most trusted embedded wallet providers in the space. And we'll share a bit more about how this works from like an aggregator perspective as well, because trading on Nansen does not require you to KYC or anything like that. You can plug into some very, very top DEX aggregators that give you fantastic liquidity that allow you to trade any assets on Solana and Base before we open this up to more chains in the future. There'll also be the opportunity at the end to ask some questions. So make sure that you drop some questions throughout and we'll be sure to come back to them at the end. So a little bit about Nansen. What is it? What do we do? As I said, we help investors to grow their portfolios by surfacing interesting data to them. So typically Nansen users use us to discover new projects, to perform due diligence, and to defend their portfolios. A real secret sauce to the data is that we label wallets. We give visibility into who is doing what on chain. So you can see in real time when a fund, a KOL, an angel investor is buying and selling, and that can help inform your investment decisions as well, helping you to become a better investor. If you see a lot of funds all buying the same token all on the same day, maybe they know something that you don't know, and maybe it's a bit of a light bulb or a token that you can do some further research on. We also pioneered the concept of smart money within crypto. So we have more than 450 million wallets labeled across a number of different chains. The most profitable 5,000 of them are assigned this little nerd emoji here. And Nansen investors love to use smart money because they get visibility into what the top investors are buying and selling on chain. So you can get access to all of this data via the web app, which we're looking at here at app.nansen.ai, or you can download our mobile app for free on the iOS and Google Play stores. And you can actually interface with all of this data directly using natural language. So no longer do you need to surf through different dashboards, tables, widgets to find all the interesting data. You can simply ask a question and get the insights delivered directly to you. So that's a bit about what Nansen does. We generate signal for investors. And now with today's new products that we are launching or have launched, you can now execute on that signal as well, all in the same place. Why need to open up a DEX when you can open up Nansen, find the signal, execute on the signal agentically or via our terminal, which we'll be demoing today. Many of you are likely to be participating in our points program as well. This is the most valuable points program in crypto. We are still getting started. We are currently on season 2. Season 2 will be going live at some stage in the new year. So keep your eyes peeled for that. There's been some new changes to the points program over the last week or so, including some very juicy rewards, which you can see summarized in this thread here that we posted on X. If you're not following us already, you can find us at Nansen_AI. And this is a great place to get some visibility into some of the interesting signals on chain, how you can use the product, and also when new points rewards come to life and more. So here we have a new reward with Mezzo. Mezzo are a very, very exciting Bitcoin-based protocol. And if you claim your Mezzo rewards, you may be eligible for something juicy on their side in the future. So make sure that you claim their points, which are called mats, which you can do so directly within the Nansen web app here. If we just jump back to this tab again, we also have had another rewards come through from Folks Finance. Folks Finance are a great project which have just, their token was recently listed on Binance as well. You can claim a special sign-up bonus, which is in points. So sign up on their side, claim points, and that may lead to something juicy in the future. Also, we have Mocha Network. You can go in the draw to win a share of $15,000 and also some Nansen points as well, NXP. So there's a ton of things coming to this points program. We also recently went live with Hyena Trade, which is Athena's new perp dex. And clicking on the link that you'll find in the reward section will give you early access to their posts. You do need a referral code, otherwise you cannot access it just yourself. So we have a good amount of permissionless rewards here, which is where our partners drop rewards to Nansen point holders. And we have many partner benefits as well, such as VIP access to Bybit, Cast cards, discounts on CoinGecko, Ledger, so on and so on. So make sure you check this out regularly, and there'll be much more coming your way. Okay. You'll also spot one new thing, which is this little trading section here. So before, you used to be able to accrue points by having a subscription, by staking with Nansen, by referring and completing some onboarding tasks. But you can also trade and earn points as well, which will be based on the trading volume. You'll see that trading NXP will drop once a week, and there is a countdown timer that you can see here. So feel free to experiment, make some trades, which will show you how you can do today, and then be sure to come back on a weekly basis to see just how many points that you have accrued on your side. So that is enough from me. I'm going to now pass it over to James, who's going to share a little bit more about the trading within the Nansen terminal that we've been looking at so far. He'll share a bit about why to trade on Nansen and exactly the steps that you need to take to make it all happen. So thank you. Over to you, James.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Charlie. Great introduction. Do appreciate it. And I just want to say happy Christmas to anyone that's listening that is celebrating Christmas. And for anyone that isn't celebrating Christmas, I hope you have a great, happy new year. Hopefully in 2026, there's lots of more exciting things to come for Nansen, like trading, lots more from that area. So what we see here is we're looking at token screener on Nansen. And from here, we're able to jump into any of the tokens you can now see here and start trading them immediately. Before that, I do want to touch on why we might trade on Nansen. So some of the key benefits of trading on Nansen are that for our pro users right now, we have extremely low fees of 0.1%. This is an extremely competitive rate in the current market of terminal trading. We also have deep liquidity and really fast execution time. The wallets, as Charlie mentioned, are fully on-chain and non-custodial. And for those of you that don't fully understand what that means yet and are maybe new to crypto, non-custodial wallets means that people don't have access to your funds. Nansen doesn't have access to your funds the way they would on a centralized exchange. So these are all the reasons why people might trade on Nansen. So let us jump in and find a token and actually demo the experience of trading on Nansen. Remember, this is not financial advice, and this is just a demo. So for those of you that have been on our Power Hour sessions before, you have probably been through a lot of different workflows with us, using token screening, using smart money. So I'm not going to spend too long on the features themselves that allow me to find a token, because we have a huge amount of content on that already. And I'm just going to walk you through the experience of trading on Nansen. So if you've been with us before, you know one of the things that I'm most likely to do here is click the smart money filter and look for the tokens with the top inflows over the last 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days. Right here, we see that we have Jelly Jelly. I'm going to jump straight into Jelly Jelly, and I am going to blindly ape into it. Please remember, this is not financial advice, and this is just for a demo. And on the right hand side here, you'll be able to see that after I've clicked into Jelly Jelly, I'm now in token god mode, and there's a swap button, and I can just swap Jelly Jelly. Very easy. I can decide how much of my current portfolio, my Solana portfolio, I want to put in. And I'm immediately going to say 25%. We're going to see how this goes. And confirming the transaction, there we go. Very smooth, very seamless experience. So you might be wondering a bit more about the wallet itself, or what this actually looks like. If I jump in here, I can actually get a portfolio analysis of this embedded wallet that I have. Now, right now, I've only activated my Sol wallet, but trading is also available on Base, and there are many, many more chains to come. Down here, I can see a summary of my wallet performance. The P&L is updated 22 seconds ago. Our P&Ls are updating much more regularly for our on-chain embedded wallets than they are for other wallets that you see on Nansen. This is an extremely up-to-date P&L. Down here, I'm able to see all the tokens that I currently hold within my wallet. So we can see the Sol, we can see the Jelly Jelly, I can see my open trades, which is currently Jelly Jelly. My unrealized P&L, I'm already up 1.7%. Look at that. I'm outperforming many, many hedge funds this year. So that is great to hear. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, yes. I should definitely tell you that if you do want to find out, do a bit of deeper digging into the transactions that you have been initiating on chain, you can look in the transactions widget. And of course, when this is a multi-chain widget, you will be able to look at your base chain transactions here as well. However, as I mentioned, right now, I don't have the base wallet activated. Very good. So if you are looking to activate your wallet, when you open up your Nansen account and you have a subscription, if you click on the left hand side up here, you will see a deposit funds button that you can click. And when you're depositing funds, you'll have the option to deposit to Solana or Base, as we mentioned, and there are still more chains to come. This product still is in beta for pro users, as Charlie mentioned earlier, but for now you can deposit to Solana and Base. And on top of that, when you go to withdraw, if you have your multi-factor authentication activated, you will not be able to withdraw your funds without this security procedure. So there is a good level of security here. I would highly recommend that if you are going to trade on Nansen, that you do activate MFA. This is something that is needed to keep your funds safe. And with that, I'm going to begin to pass it back over to Charlie. The last thing I'd like to say about trading is to remember that this is another way to stack points alongside subscribing, alongside staking. You can stack points via trading. But remember, this is not financial advice, and what we've shown here is for demo purposes. Charlie, back to you.
Back to me in the studio. Thank you, James. Appreciate that. Yeah, love to see this. Super smooth user experience. Just deposit the funds, trade, stack points, happy days. I'm going to share a little bit about trading agentically within the mobile app. So let me bring up my screen as well. I'm going to share this from my laptop. You can actually download the mobile app from the Mac OS store as well if you have a Mac laptop. So that's how I'm using it here. Otherwise, it's on the iOS store or the Android store, the Google Play store, and you can download this for free. So a few things on this. Why did we actually launch this Nansen AI mobile app in the first place? So we used to be just native on the Nansen web app, the terminal that James was just looking at. But we used to get feedback from people saying that it was quite difficult to use. You had to surf through all these different dashboards. You had to really interpret a lot of the data yourself and try to then take an actionable investment decision off the back of that. And that's quite difficult. So now with the Nansen mobile app, I can just ask it any question that I want and generate signal from it. I can ask it what are smart money addresses buying on base today, for example. You'll see here that there is a new little trade mode button. I'll come back to this in a moment, but I'm just going to see what happens when I ask a question like this. In just a moment, it should give me, here we go, we're starting to see this come through already. There is a fast and an expert mode. So if you want it to go a bit deeper for you, like ChatGPT research, for example, you can always use expert. But this is a really great place for me to start to generate some signal, especially while I'm on the go. No longer do I need to look at dashboards. It delivers the alpha directly to me. So looks like Tibia, Zipstream, Monologue, some of these tokens that I actually saw on the Nansen terminal earlier as well are being surfaced here. But the focus of today, again, of course, is around trading. So I can actually ask the mobile app to trade for me, and it will do this agentically. So I have my embedded wallet within the Nansen AI app. Let me just show that here. I can see that I can deposit, I can withdraw. I see my portfolio here. Let's take a quick look at my portfolio. Thanks for reminding me that I'm down today, Nansen. It looks like my portfolio is largely made up of Sol, ETH. I have some Layer 0 and also some Pengu. So if I come back here and I want to turn on trade mode, I saw just before that it looks like Tibia had some pretty high net flow. It had a reasonable market cap, so it's not some brand the absolute meme coin. So we'll see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say buy $10 worth of Tibia with my ETH. And you have to always say please and thanks to AI. You never know when AI is going to turn around and take over. I want to be an ally. So let's see what this comes back with. We can see it's executing my trade. And here we go. It looks like I've received a failed quote. I haven't seen that before, but let's try to execute regardless. I can then see some details here. I can see some fees, very, very low fees. I can also see a bit of a token risk score as well. Okay, I'm getting some issues with this token, unfortunately. So looks like there are some liquidity issues. James, what token should we buy on base instead, would you suggest? Anything that's capturing your interest at the moment? Maybe we can scoop up some more Zero.
Possibly. That is a good question. I'm going to quickly see, is there any good smart money activity on base? Looks like Tabir was the top one. I suppose Clanker. Clanker tends to have good liquidity. Try Clanker.
Cool. We'll see if... buy Zero with my ETH on base. Maybe it got confused because I just had ETH. Here we go. Now it's doing it. Fantastic. So I'm going to now click execute. I will just check my authenticator quickly as well, just so I remain nice and safe. And simple as that. The transaction will confirm. Nice, there we go. You'll also see here weekly points being earned. So when the points drop every Tuesday, then you can see how many points that I've accrued for making this transaction plus more. So currently it's just Solana and Base that are supported. Other chains will come very soon. I think the reason why the agent got a bit confused there was just that I didn't specify ETH on Base. So I'm going to pass that feedback on to the team. But we can also plug in some something else as well here. Let's see if I can buy, okay, trade mode on, buy $10 worth of Pengu with my Sol. Soon we'll also be looking to add voice activation as well. So while you're on the go, you can speak directly to this and it can trade on your behalf. Trade failed. I have too little Sol. Let me just check that. That doesn't seem quite right. $5 worth of Pengu. I don't have enough Sol. Strange. I'm going to have to look into this one. I haven't had any issues on this, but that's okay. I think we get the idea. The agent has been working super snappy for me over the last week, but I seem to be having some issues. It's got performance anxiety. Anyway.
Charlie, I might jump in and just remind people that this, realistically, the trading segment is still in beta, and it is still in beta for our pro users especially. And if you do run into problems like this from time to time, make sure that you report them. Let us know, because we are always looking to improve. And I know myself and Charlie will be taking this internally and making sure that the agent is put back into some training classes and gets this right first time, every time. So don't worry. What you're seeing here is just the beginning, and there is a lot of good stuff ahead to come.
You're definitely right there, James. Absolutely. Still in beta. You can also then still use the I have the swapping interface here as well, if you're a bit more used to like a simple swap interface compared to an agentic one. So it's really up to you on how you trade on Nansen. But again, low fees, very deep liquidity, and it's only going to get better and better over time, such as when we introduce more and more chains. But I'm just going to give a quick reminder as well that we have a giveaway that's live. If you scan the QR code, then you can actually go into the draw to win one of 3 monthly pro subs. A pro sub is required for you to trade on Nansen. You'll be one of the first to be able to trade on Nansen during the beta, before we look to open this up to free users at some stage in the new year. So all you have to do is leave your Telegram here when you sign up to the event, and then our team will be in touch, hopefully with some good news. And another quick reminder, if you buy a subscription, potentially you don't win the draw, you can still go in the draw to win one of 25 free 1-year subscriptions. All you got to do is buy a pro plan, either monthly or annual, and deposit any amount into your embedded Nansen wallet, which is powered by Privy. I understand, James, you wanted to share a little bit more about Privy. I think they're a fantastic team, a great project, one of the most reliable and respected embedded wallet providers in the space. So curious if you have any thoughts on them.
Yes, absolutely. I guess I would like to talk about, security trading on Nansen overall. One of the first things I would like to say is that if you are to trade on Nansen again, I'm going to hammer this time and time again. Make sure that you have MFA on. That's multi-factor authentication. This is extremely important to keep you safe trading on Nansen. On top of that, as Charlie mentioned, we've integrated Privy. Privy are a well-known wallet provider in our industry. The wallet is embedded and it's on-chain and non-custodial. And what that actually means for you is that the wallet is attached to your account. As you can see here, what I am using to trade is a wallet that's in the terminal. It's in my account. I don't need these browser wallets anymore. I'm sure many of you have had similar experiences to me where the browser wallets are becoming tiresome. You're trying to connect a wallet, you have to try and connect that same wallet to all these different platforms, and often because there are so many different wallet providers out there, the connections are inconsistent, and often the connections either fail or transactions fail, and the whole wallet experience in crypto has been very tiring. But now with embedded wallets, I think this is quite a revolutionary turning point that we've had as an industry, and Nansen has adopted that too. And we've partnered up with Privy to make sure that this is secure and a fantastic experience for you. So one of the, I suppose, benefits that we kind of touched on earlier is that now that the wallet is in the app, your insights to execution experience is very, very seamless. You can go from your typical Nansen workflows, many of the workflows that we've actually shown you here before. I'm sure if you've again been on these calls before, you've heard of how we approach discovery on Nansen, how we approach due diligence on Nansen, and how we approach defense on Nansen. The final missing piece of the puzzle was always that you could not execute on Nansen. And that missing piece is finally here. And now you can go from discovery to due diligence to execution. This is a new way to trade, and it is right here in the Nansen trading terminal. So I'm going to show you maybe one more example, because I guess one of the reasons I definitely want to emphasize this is because personally, I haven't actually had a transaction fail in my demo account or my personal account yet on Nansen. So I personally have been very excited to trade on Nansen. So trading in the terminal for me has been quite flawless. And I've been talking about it to all, my friends that are working in crypto, all my ex-colleagues, that they need to try this out, because for me, it has been a game changer. So again, I'm looking at smart money over the last 7 days. I can click in here. Right now, I've gone from the discovery phase, where I'm looking through a list of tokens, into an analysis phase. I can see the liquidity. I can actually, if I jump in here even, I should be able to use this fantastic tool, the Smart Money Label Inspector, where I should be able to see some of the smart money transactions popping up on the chart here. Here we go. So they have sold the top up here. They probably were a part of making this big red candle down that we see. And then they started buying into the dip. So for me, from a personal point of view, maybe this is something that could have potential. So I am going to trade on Nansen. I've now gone from discovery to due diligence to the execution point. Again, I use 25% of my soul, and here we go. Just like that, it's done. Seamless transition from discovery to due diligence to execution. From here, I'll pass it back to Charlie, but just before I do, I just want to remind you, this is not financial advice, and I'm just here to educate you on how to use the platform and how to maximize your experience at Nansen.
Nice. Thank you, James. I guess just a few things to add on to that. I think Privy is one very, very important provider in making all of this trading happen on the Nansen terminal and agentically via the mobile app. But it's also important to comment on how does the trading actually work. So to give some clarity onto this, we actually plug into a number of different DEX aggregators to be able to give really, really deep liquidity so that you can trade on chain and not have to worry about slippage and other associated risks. And you can also get very, very low fees on Nansen. We have like close to 10 times lower fees than swapping in MetaMask natively. So plus you also get the points incentive of trading on Nansen as well. So we use 3 different DEX aggregators to power the trading solution. The first is OKX DEX. To be super clear, that's their OKX DEX. It's not the OKX SEX. All of this does not require you to KYC. We also plug into LI.FI. LI.FI, very reputable, trusted brand and aggregator in the space. They recently just raised $29 million and have been absolutely crushing it recently. And then we also use Jupiter as well. Many of you have probably used Jupiter directly in the past to trade on Solana, etc. So currently we're plugged in just to Base and Solana, but soon we'll be including many, many more chains in future as well. So you can trust that Nansen is using some of the leading providers in the space, such as wallets in the back end powered by Privy, and then also these 3 DEX aggregators, OKX, LI.FI, and Jupiter, to actually be able to execute on the trades themselves. So we are going to move on to some Q&A in just a moment. But I first just wanted to give a quick shout out to some of our top affiliates who have been creating some really fantastic content on Nansen recently. So I'm just going to give a quick shout out to some of these folks. And you can learn from some of these different affiliates and get visibility into how some other power users engage in Nansen day in, day out. We have Chain ROI here. Chain ROI runs a Telegram channel and which is a crypto alpha hunter group, and he posts a ton of really great stuff on Nansen. We can see here that he does some pretty good deep dives and gets some really great engagement on many of his posts. He gives really, really fantastic feedback on the Nansen product as well. And he can only do that if he's a real power user himself. So make sure to follow this guy. There's tons of alpha in here, and hopefully you'll be winning alongside him. We also have Posted Go here, who is one of our Korean affiliates, and he posts a lot of Nansen insights as well. A real Chad, a great trader, and someone that's definitely worth following. We then also have Ant Cave Club. He is a Chinese-speaking YouTuber and posts here as well. It does a lot of predicting. It's quite interested in polymarket, etc., and shares a ton of interesting alpha. So make sure that you follow these guys. Real legends, and our affiliates are some of the one of the best ways that you can learn by looking over the shoulders of other Nansen experts. So you don't just have to listen to James and I every month that we host these Power Hour sessions. So we are going to move on to some Q&A now, and then we'll just wrap things up quickly towards the end. Just another quick thing as well is we took quite a good look at the Nansen AI mobile app today. And many of you that have used this are familiar with that we writing to the agent will consume credits. So we're actually giving all of you 2,000 credits instead of 1,000 credits until the end of this month. So consider it a bit of a Christmas/New Year's gift directly to you. But let's jump into some questions, eh? And that is, again, just for pro users only, as you may expect. Otherwise, it's completely free to download the mobile app.
Very good. Is there a custom buy sell option? So this is a great question. As of right now, the trading segment is in beta, as we mentioned, and any, let's say, more advanced functions for buying and selling are not available. We just have straight buy and sell. However, we are hoping to introduce broader functionality in Q1 next year. So yeah, stay tuned with us there, and you should see some more on that front. But this is a good question, and if you have any further ideas like that or any other things you want to see, make sure to let us know.
Is it possible to find runners earlier? Absolutely. So one thing that I didn't mention about the Nansen mobile app is it's actually in real time. So it's directly plugged into anything that's happening on chain. So there's no delay. Really finding runners early is really just a prompt away. You can prompt and then be able to execute directly on that within the mobile app. But otherwise, we have a ton of different features on the Nansen terminal, the Nansen web app, that can help you to find some of these early runners. James gave a quick example of what one of those features were just earlier with Token Screener. What I would suggest, though, is check out some of our other webinars. Many of them are super focused on generating signal, finding alpha very, very early, and beating the rest of the market so you can grow your portfolios even more. So I know we didn't dive into this too much, but make sure to follow us on socials, understand how some of the marketing team as well are finding regular runners, and hopefully you can also do the same even despite the market conditions being slightly down.
When support?
Nice, interesting.
Very good question. Charlie, I think you might be best equipped to answer this one.
Yeah, like prediction markets are talk of the town, right? And it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens with like the World Cup and things like coming up too. So yeah, I think the prediction markets is really like quite a big focus for us internally at the moment. We're looking at the best way that we may be able to integrate prediction markets into Nansen. Obviously, there are a few players in this space now, Polymarket, Kalshi, etc. So we're having chats with a number of different teams. Admittedly, things are still pretty early, but conceptually, I would love the idea of being able to trade prediction markets agentically via the mobile app as well. So, of course, no promises there, but I'm sure you can all see the dream. So you can trust we're working on it. I think the platform would only be even more compelling if we had this data integrated.
Is there any chance we can import previous wallets? Dear, you have a lot of good questions and a lot of good feedback. So yeah, is there any chance we can import previous wallets? As of right now, no. Perhaps it's something we can consider at a later stage, but as of right now, it is not something that is possible. You will be able to export your wallet, of course. So maybe if you create your embedded wallet on Nansen, you can then export it to another wallet browser, wallet provider, if that's what you would like to do. Great to have you here, dear. We do appreciate it. In fact, I think we should give one of the free subscriptions to Dear because these questions are extremely good. And I think, we should be pushing this kind of stuff forward. These are the exact kind of people we want using the platform, coming up with ideas, giving us feedback. So we do appreciate Dear, and hopefully we can reward you for it. We hope to see you in the next Power Hour sessions.
100%. Thank you for your engagement. It's really great. You're absolutely winning one of these 3 subscriptions. Very, very nice. Okay. So did you answer that question, James? I may have missed that.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Sorry.
All good. All good.
Nice. Okay. Well, I believe that is the last question. Just a few other things. If you want to go into the draw to win one of the other 2 subscriptions, now that we've given one away, you can scan the QR code in the corner there and leave your Telegram, and we will hopefully be in touch with some good news. Otherwise, we're currently running a giveaway for the end of year holiday season, Christmas, New Year's, etc. If you sign up to a pro plan, monthly or annual, and deposit any amount into your Nansen wallet, you can win one of 25 annual subscriptions that are worth $588. So with that subscription, you will also be able to get 2,000 credits in the AI mobile app. So you can trade agentically rather than 1,000, which is the typical number until the end of this month. So make sure you download the mobile app for free, jump on a pro sub, activate your points, check out some of the new rewards that we've added to the Points Hub over the last week. And otherwise, I wish you a happy Christmas and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, I should say. Thank you for joining us for all these 12 Power Hours. We're definitely going to be back next year, sharing more insights, ways to use Nansen, and ways to win Onchain. So thanks.
Thank you very much, everyone. We look forward to it.
Drop your GNs in the chat. Yes. GN. Thank you.
Christmas.